My name is Steve O'Lean. This is Michael Schmickley. We're with what'sinitforme.com. Welcome to our 6th podcast. Already, we've disseminated a lot of information about this new business process that leverages competition on behalf of consumers. So this podcast is really directed at consumers, buyers of products and services, and we will be introducing a new way to introduce our process to you, the consumer. And we call it the Start Smart program. First of all, we're podcasting from the Brazen Head Irish Pub. If you follow our podcast at all, you know we kind of like this place.
Oh, yes.
The food is exceptional. The service is fantastic.
Oh, yes.
The Guinness Stout is wonderful. Although I must admit today I just had coffee.
Same here.
Because, you know, once you have a Guinness, you tend to want to have a second one. And I thought, no, I better not until later this evening. So anyway, we're podcasting from the Robert Emmett room again. It's very quiet. Out in the dining room and bar area, like I said, the music is rocking. The good food is being served. But today we have a podcast that, as I mentioned before, is going to introduce the Start Smart program for the consumer. And Start Smart simply means that when you have an event coming up, like a wedding. Matter of fact, wedding's a really good example.
Oh, yes.
So you're having a wedding. It's a one-time event, but there's a lot of moving parts to it. There's a lot of things that need to be purchased for a wedding. As a matter of fact, we've identified 15 major items and services that need to be purchased.
Like what, Steve?
None of them are cheap. Well, all the things that you would normally have at a wedding. For example, you need a baker. You need to bake the cake. You need a wedding gown made. You need formal wear. You need DJs. You need a venue to have the wedding in and the reception in. There's a lot of different things that need to be purchased for a wedding.
Even a honeymoon destination.
Honeymoon destinations, travel agencies, all of that. And since you're only doing this one time, the likelihood of you buying it, having a lot of experience buying wedding cakes is kind of remote. So we know that if people who want to sell you and do that wedding cake for you are willing to compete for your business, they will pay for an introduction to you when you need a wedding cake, or at least a plan for the wedding cake. So they will pay us, and we will introduce them to you. You make your decision, but we're going to give you an opportunity to get the most out of competition. Oh, yes. Competition always raises quality and lowers price. It doesn't lower it to the lowest price. I'm kind of against always being the cheapest.
Yes.
But you want the highest value.
That's the main thing.
That is absolutely the main thing. So it could be the cheapest, but that's your decision. We're going to get all the people who want to compete for your business and introduce them to you in a timely manner, and then you make your decision. After you purchase your wedding cake, or after you purchase the tuxedo rentals, or the venue, or the hall, or the florist, we're going to pay you the money that they pay to be introduced to you. So not only do you get competition getting you the best value on the product or service that you're purchasing, but we're going to pay you on top of it after you make your purchase.
After you make a purchase, yes.
Think about that. You're buying something anyway.
Exactly.
You're not the salesperson, but you're the customer who's letting us know that you're ready to buy, which is huge to salespeople because they don't have to go out and cold call and knock on doors and that sort of thing.
Very true.
We're just going to introduce them to you. You make a decision and you end up earning the commission that a salesperson would normally get.
Correct. You could
Pretty
use that
cool.
towards reimbursement of your wedding, to maybe a down payment on a home.
So the Start Smart program is about that. It's about leveraging competition for people who are getting married for all the products and services that they need to purchase. It's really a great idea. So the way that manifests itself is this is a card, weddings. It says planning a wedding, make it fun, make it profitable. You'll be able to find these in beauty shops because that's one place you can find them. Because I don't know of a wedding that's ever taken place in the history of the United States that wasn't thoroughly discussed at a beauty shop.
Very true.
Has to happen.
Yes.
Mom talks about the daughter, about the niece getting married, the person's getting married, it's talking about. There's a kind of a culture in a beauty salon. It's very warm and fuzzy and personal, and weddings are discussed. So you'll find these cards on the counter as you check out. So if there's going to be a wedding, take the card. On the very back of the card, there's a list of 15 different product categories that you need to purchase for your wedding. It's all the things we talked about, everything from limousine service, to the florist, to the caterer, to the formal wear. Check those things that you have not purchased yet. Mm-hmm. On the inside, other side of that part of the card, the bride's name and the time frame for the wedding is in there. You will fill that out and tear it apart and leave this with the beauty shop.
That is correct.
They'll have a basket to put it in.
Yep.
Take this part with you, because on the back is the instructions on what you do when you get an email from What's In It For Me. The email will basically say, it's come to our attention that you're having a wedding and you need a caterer. And you're going to validate that, yes, I do need a caterer. So you validate that from the email. You're just going to click a button, validate it, verify it. And once you do that, you're giving us permission to bring competitors for caterers to pay us so that we can introduce them to you. And when they pay us, pretty good fee to be introduced, because they're actually going to be introduced to someone that's actually in the market.
Correct.
They're not doing advertising, they're not cold calling, they're not, they're not trying to identify someone who might want their service. They're going to be introduced to someone who's actually in the market and they're ready to buy.
In other words, what we've talked about previously, the Apex referral.
You've created a lead and turned it into an Apex referral, a Class A prospect. Now, I don't like to talk to consumers as if they're prospects, like a piece of meat. But you're a prospective customer to someone who sells a product or service. That's what prospect is. But you're Class A, which means you have an immediate need.
Yes.
You have the authority to say yes. You can say yes to the sale, and you can afford it. You're not going to be shopping for something that you're not going to buy because you can't afford it.
Correct.
Well, that combination of information right there is where the value comes in to salespeople who want to sell you the product.
Yes.
And if we have that information from you, they will pay us a significant amount of money to be introduced. After you make your purchase, the money they pay us, we're going to give it to you. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
So if 5 people, florists, compete for your wedding, all 5 of them paid for the introduction. We're going to introduce all 5. You choose one. You choose, or none, but you choose the one that you want. When you make a purchase, the money that all 5 paid, we give all that to you. But it's the same thing with the wedding gown. It's the same thing with the disc jockey. It's the same thing with all these products and services. And all you're doing is registering one time by telling us, where's my card, which product categories you want us to contact on your behalf.
Yes.
We'll arrange so that competition works in your favor.
Yep.
And you get paid. It's a pretty awesome idea. So on this side of the card that you're taking with you, all it's really saying is expect an email from What's In It For Me. Mm-hmm. Don't let it go to spam. So if you know how to get into your email and make sure it doesn't go to spam, there's a little button in there you can click.
True.
I'm not sure what it's called, but you said anything coming from what'sinitforme.com, I don't want it to go to spam. It'll come into your inbox like a real email that you should be getting.
Yep.
Verify it. You'll get one for each product category that you still need to buy for your wedding.
Yep.
All you're doing is clicking a button. That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do all the work for you.
Yep.
We'll do all the introductions. So that's called Start Smart. We have them for weddings, and we also have a Start Smart program for projects. So let's say you need a kitchen remodel, you need your driveway, new concrete for your driveway, you need some construction done, you need a set of stairs built.
Yep.
Any project for your home or office.
Yeah, that too.
You can go to What's In It For Me, and same thing. Here's one for the office. If you're starting a new office, on the back there's 15 product categories. Everything from water service, you know, for the water cooler, to a copy machine or office cleaning services, they're all here.
Yes.
And the process is the same. You don't have to do a competitive search.
Correct.
Look, people don't have time to do that stuff. So what they end up doing is getting one quote, getting two quotes, and that's good enough. Well, you're basically not doing yourselves any favors by doing that. You're not letting competition raise the quality and lower the price. So you're paying too much. Let competition work for you.
Correct.
And those people who pay us to be introduced, we're going to give you the money. I've said that about 8 times now, but it's important because when you get these checks after your purchase, it offsets the purchase that you just made by a significant amount.
That is very true.
So it's a very worthwhile thing. Start Smart. You'll be able to see these on retail book. The advertising campaign is going to start pretty soon too. So eventually you'll go to vendors that sell products and services, and you'll look for the sticker in their window that says we're Start Smart vendor, which means they're taking part in the what's in it for me process.
Very true.
Our process also allows you to rate the vendors who you buy from. Rate them. We want to know, are they really good for you? Have they done a great job for you? Because these vendors can earn with them, it's basically kind of like the Good Housekeeping seal of approval.
That is true.
They earn a rating on how good they are. So that in the future, when we've accumulated enough of that data, we'd be crazy to do it in the beginning because you need to get a lot of people to rate something to get an accurate rating. More people take part in the process, the better the ratings are. We'll be able to send those along to our customers before you make a decision. You'll know what other people think about this vendor. Pretty cool. So the information that you'll be getting, by the way, when a vendor wants to be introduced to you, you will get an email that has their name, their address, their phone number, their email address, a picture of them, and then a description and profile about what they're all about, what's important to them in business. We want you to feel comfortable with them so that when they call, you kind of know them already.
Yep.
And soon there's going to be a video that comes along with that. It'll be about a 60 to 90 minute video that gives you a pretty good idea of the character of that person. It's all about quality. And if we can help the quality of vendors who are presented to you, the consumer, we make the experience better for everybody. So we not only give you the best of both worlds, we let competition work for you, but we also kind of force the vendors to get better at what they do. So everybody wins. And so that's kind of what What's in It for Me is all about in the Start Smart program. Again, here's what the card looks like. This is for the office. And in here somewhere is the weddings that I just showed. And here they are, the wedding card. Familiarize yourself with them. It's real simple to fill out. And look for them. What'sinitforme.com. Steve O'Lean.
Michael Smeckley.
Michael is our WIFM coach. He helps people get the most out of the website.
Yeah.
Mostly you want to make sure that the vendors put in the proper information for their profiles.
That is correct.
Because we want to give you, the consumer, the absolute most and the best information you can to help you make that good, informed decision and then pay you. Kind of a nice idea. Steve O'Lean, what'sinitforme.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.